Hey, welcome to the making of the Iron and Lace calendar. If you're into beautiful bikes and babes, you've plugged into the right video. I'm Gina, and I'll be your host as we join calendar photographer Jim Gianatsis on a behind-the-scenes look of the making of the world's hottest custom Harley-Davidson calendar. While I'm getting ready for my own shoot, why don't we go join Jim and model Shelly on top of a parking garage at Los Angeles International Airport. They're going to be photographing the Best of Show winner at the Mikuni Calendar Bike Show.
The Mikuni Bike Show is held each July at the Santa Monica Airport Museum of Flying. It affords people into kinetic art the ability to appreciate more than one discipline, and in just 5 years has gained the reputation as one of the best bike shows in the West.
The quality of bikes is extremely high. There's a lot of builders here that are bringing their own bikes. I would put this in the class of a Rat Hole, Sturgis bike show, or the bike show in Daytona.
Oh, the show is a fantastic show. And there are lots of first-class motorcycles here, beautiful paints, lots of nice fabrication, a lot of unique bikes.
On hand to sign her calendar is Mikuni model Tammy Watson. The Mikuni Bike Show makes a great backdrop for calendar models and other bike lovers to show off some great California customs. What's unique about the Mikuni Show is that it epitomizes the West Coast school of bike building, and it is looked to for emerging trends in designs, paint, and fabrication. It is this school of thought that brings out some of Southern California's motorcycling aficionados, who themselves have a cutting-edge look. This year, the Mikuni Bike Show did not disappoint, maintaining its reputation by presenting a new level of excellence. California trends include the use of elaborate multi-layered paint schemes, the extensive use of high-tech carbon fiber, and of course raw horsepower. Beautiful prize-winning full-fendered bodywork rounds out the entrance at LA's premier custom show. Taking Best of Show honors at the 1996 Mikuni Bike Show was this aggressively styled street machine called Zyborg. Complete with a radical alien-looking fairing, this custom Harley was designed as the kind of bike you could ride into the next millennium and not look out of place. Owner Paul DeMeester had a specific vision when he set out to design this truly original custom.
What inspired me was that I wanted to have the most radical, fastest, sleekest looking thing around. My vision of a future type bike. I would compare it to the fabrication of an exotic sports car. Well, we started out with an RLNS rubber mount soft-tail frame that he made a limited number of. All the body pieces, fuel tank is aluminum, all hand-carved, hand-beat aluminum. The body panels are all attached to the subframe with Zeus fasteners, and then they've also got a fiber washer in behind them so that the Zeus does not touch the bodywork, it actually just floats above it, so that there's no chafing or anything to go on.
Apart from the overall appearance of the bike, the engine is a work of art unto itself.
The motor is Delcron cases with S&S flywheels, rods, pistons, and cylinders. It's electronically fuel injected. As to sort of a tune port injection, the injectors are right up on the cylinder heads. The supercharger or blower just pumps air up to the cylinders, and it pumps into the heads individually. They're separate from each other. The blower is belt driven off the crankshaft. It's also a belt drive to the clutch, so that's all. It's a dry primary. The air induction system for the bike, there's a throttle body on top of the blower, and then air cleaners on top of that, and then there's a scoop on it, and that's how the air gets into it. I don't have any calculation as to the amount of hours I got spent on this thing, but if you're looking for the value of the bike, we set it at $125,000.
This high-end price tag reflects an incredible amount of custom fabrication to get the bike looking just right. The bulk of this work was completed by Fred Muhlenhort at Race Tech in Canoga, California.
This is my first bike. We built components for a variety of race cars and airplanes, but as Paul asked me if I might be interested in putting a bike together, and he had some very good ideas as far as concepts were concerned, that it would be different. It wouldn't just be another custom bike, and we were able to get together on it. So this is our first expression.
That's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Very good. Tight but perfect.
Everything and traced everything, but and I think, oh great, I got it fixed. I'll fill it up with fluid now.
Those
These are diversified. This is new. How you like that? The draw? I didn't have that on last time. Jim saw it. Bill Wall made that. Same guy that did the seat for me. The guy's incredible. $80,000. It's a sickness.
So this is an $80,000 bike.
Actually, I value it at $125,000. That's the figure. This is like a Ferrari. This thing is totally clean and unique. It's so different than any other motorcycle around. I see it as a Ferrari.
Ferrari of Harleys.
The Ferrari of Harleys. There you go. Ever done, you know. And so he tries to skimp on weight wherever he can. But it was a rubber-mounted Softail, and I said, well, it should be pretty smooth. But it vibrates pretty good. Yeah, so we had to do things to the tail section to reinforce it. Because when we were first shaking it down and stuff, I rode this thing, I had it up in Sturgis twice. Just getting it running and driving around, trying to break things, So if it was going to break, let's break it now, not later,
Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Most of my life San Francisco, but I lived all over the place. I used to live in Spain, and in San Diego, and in Hawaii, and Chicago, and Texas.
What took you to all those places?
My family and myself. Sometimes it was my family and my dad's job, but then sometimes it's because I wanted to go, or I was studying. I studied a lot. Or in Hawaii because I was working. I modeled there for like 4 months.
Was your father military?
No, he's an engineer.
Okay. Which place did you like the best?
LA. That's where I live now. But Spain, I love them all. It would be to live forever like LA.
Really? Why is that?
LA's awesome. I love the people here. There's total cultural diversity. I'm half Hispanic. I speak fluent Spanish. So I get to do that like every day here. And I love all the cultures and all the people, and there's so much going on. At first I hated it because I grew up like in the country, and in Marin, like there's cows and foxes and peacocks and everything, but here there's not that, there's like smog. But now, I love it. I love LA very much. And because I'm an actress, it's perfect.
racing motorcycles never even set a tire on a racetrack or have to turn a corner. Let's take a trip out to the Mirage Dry Lake bed in the Mojave Desert for a shoot with Robin and Wink Eller's land speed record-holding Harley Davidson.
This bike's a 80 cubic inch, partially streamlined at Bonneville and streamlined at El Mirage. It runs in a 1350 class. It's naturally aspirated with nitrous oxide. It now holds the record 178 naturally aspirated on gas, and for this next month we're going into the fuel class with nitrous oxide. So we're just out here today doing some testing and see if we can make it go faster. In the fuel class, we're looking for 200 miles an hour.
Wow. That'll be fun, huh?
Yeah. It's we got a ways to go, but I think it'll do it. Tire spin is a problem at El Mirage. It's a problem at Bonneville too, but here at El Mirage we're running on silage.
Yeah.
So it's a problem. So traction's the main thing. If we can get it down to the ground, it'll go.
Good.
Well, I don't know about you, but that really got me hot. Let's cool down at a hotel swimming pool in Santa Monica as Playboy model Corie poses with a beautiful custom from downtown Harley-Davidson of Seattle.
There is a distinct difference. I wait to have sex for a while, though. And I'm not in love when I have sex the 8 times that I've slept with different people. I just added a notch to my belt. That's probably why I'm in such a good mood.
Wait, you added a notch in your belt?
Yeah, I added a notch to my belt.
Say that again.
I added a notch to my belt, and that's why I'm in such a great mood. See?
You gotta explain the notch in your belt.
Okay, my notch in my belt. I had 7 notches, but I got another one.
How do you get a notch?
You get a notch because you, how do I say this? A notch is another hole in your belt. You know, it's where, you know, somebody puts their belt in your hole, or
Oh, that came out pretty funny.
Oh, she's rambling now.
I'm gonna go that deep and I'm gonna do a backflip. Oh, you know what? You gotta watch me right here. You film me do a backflip. I'll do a backflip right here. Okay, ready?
It's only
Why now?
3.5.
Did you catch it? But my underwear hasn't been in my project.
Corie sure is a wild girl, huh? Next, let's go to Twin Sport, where Amber and Shawna shoot with the top performance Harley-Davidson from the Mikuni Calendar Bike Show.
for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Def Jam. Def Jam.
Okay, roll the drums.
Cut it.
I really wasn't prepared there.
Well, you're on the way.
Is it cold?
Is that that special studio one?
You're covered in goosebumps.
Oh, yeah?
Sure.
I gotta get right here for just a moment, sorry.
Great. Sander, I understand you were a Penthouse pet, right? Did a
Well, I was
centerfold?
in Penthouse. I wasn't the centerfold, but I had like a 9-page layout of that.
9 pages? Wow. That's impressive. How did that happen?
I don't know. I got lucky, I guess. Stephen Hicks took pictures, and I was lucky enough for them to accept them, so I was really glad. It was a lot of fun.
What kind of a layout did you do?
It was a black and white. It's a black and white where actually kind of like this when I was up against tires, like dirty in a garage basically, and somewhere on a couch. It was mostly all outdoor stuff.
What issue was it?
May 96.
Oh, so that was this spring.
Yeah, it's just a while ago.
Yeah. Have you done any things with Penthouse
No,
since then?
pretty much that's it. I was taking a little break for a while and now I'm back on the swing of things.
Well, okay, now I'm sweating too. Let's join Valerie at a motorcycle shop for her calendar shoot.
Of the date has never been more fun than with the Iron and Lace Calendar. It's a work produced by a talented team. The calendar is photographed and art directed by Jim Gianatsis, who knows how to combine all the elements in balance, the sexy images of bikes and women.
Valerie, if you could turn just a touch there. Perfect. Really nice. I like that. Very good. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good girl.
The starring bike of this photo shoot began as a 1988 Harley-Davidson police cruiser and was transformed into this beautiful retro bagger by Kevin Seawright.
The bike I actually worked on for a year, on and off. I would have to check all the hours. It's probably well over a couple thousand hours. The engine's basically a 98 cubic inch stroker, ported, polished, milled heads, branch heads. The customer really didn't know if he wanted the bike to look modern or old, so I had an idea of the whole knucklehead valve covers. I installed the knucklehead valve covers. Also, he wanted the motor to look a little different, so we shaved 3 fins off the bottom of the engine. So I molded and stretched the frame. The swing arm I lengthened 2 inches. The front I raked at about 6 degrees, which would almost be a 1-inch rake. The owner wanted the tank to actually be part of the bike. Well, the tank really should be removable, so what I've done is I fitted the tank to the frame, welding metal onto the tank, welding metal onto the frame. The dash itself is actually Frenched into the tank, 1/4-inch round stock, sat down in there. He had the wing design in mind, so I went at it and figured out where it would look good and where it wouldn't look good, and went from there.
Valerie Bird is one of the featured models in the 1997 calendar, and she feels right at home being photographed with custom bikes.
Yes, I'm in my underwear in the alley and it's cold. Every little girl dreams about modeling and acting and being in front of a camera and lights, camera action. It's real glamorous. You get to pose in front of a great bike. Not a very big outfit most of the time, but it's fun. As a matter of fact, I am on the cover of the 1997 Mikuni calendar, Iron and Lace. And the bike that I shot with is probably one of the closest bikes to what I would want as my own Harley.
Creating the synergy with sexy images of bikes and women can take all day. At this shoot, the many different setups will result in hundreds of images. Of course, only the very best will end up being used in the calendar.
Okay, where is the camera looking? Where are you right now? Are you really here, or you know? That's what I'm thinking. Right now, I'm thinking about getting more sweet tarts.
Is that what you were just eating?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we eat between takes.
Yeah, sweet tarts. They're actually chewable sweet tarts. So
Good. Okay, go eat more sweet tarts.
Here's Kevin Seawright's retro bagger we saw earlier at the calendar shoot. Now sporting an outrageous Cyclesmith prototype air cleaner, his efforts were rewarded with a second place in the Harley Custom class.
Ooh, now it's my turn. Okay, Jim, where do you want me?
Right over here. Okay. And here we go. 1, 2, 3.
And until next year, I hope that all your dates are fantastic. Yeah. See ya.